to Prontera. This quest will give me a bunch of experience and an OBB. That's cool with me. What's the pumpkin hat do? Oh, just the 2 defense thing. Charles Orleans. Oh, are you the chef? The famous chef from the book in Toy Factory? Librarian. You don't look like a librarian. Recruiter for the brave. My memory says go this way. We'll see if it's any good. Yep, Rebarev dug. Dot dot dot. Why are you wandering around this sacred place? Do you not understand that we must prepare for the holy war? No matter how much I explain, the ignorant never fully understand the importance of our task. The balance of power will shift when we least expect it. I wish I could go back to those times when I would train Crusaders, rather than preach to the ignorant. I miss my Crusaders who were enthusiastic to listen to what I had to say, and carried out their orders with loyalty. I wonder where they have all gone now. Adventurer, if you have the time to listen to me speak to myself, why don't you perform a task for me? It may be an enriching experience for you. It's possible that you'll even have a greater appreciation for Crusaders. I'm sick and tired of doing favors. What is it? I want you to find the members of the 1st Squad and the 3rd Platoon of the 3rd Company. If you happen to encounter them in your travels, please ask them how they are doing. It shouldn't be that difficult to do, and won't be a waste of your time if you are already planning to explore the world. Sure, why not? Excellent. All I want you to do is find my old comrades, and inform me of how they are doing. However, there is one problem. I don't know where they are. You could try to find a record of residency changes by citizens of the Rune Midgart's Kingdom in the Prontera Library. However, the records of Crusader personnel is considered confidential, so I am not sure of whether or not you can view them. You must understand, my position requires me to remain in this area 24 hours, 7 days a week. I cannot leave without the consent of the upper hierarchy. However, I know you have the freedom and the time to go wherever you please. I'd appreciate if you would do this for me. My old comrades in arms, you have no idea how much I miss them. Okay, he's a prisoner of the castle. Does this Crusader job change? I think in terms of flavor, Crusader's my favorite, but I almost never play it. I sure do like that Crusader Paladin archetype. Well, to the library. I guess it's fitting. They say knowledge is power. So the path to the most powerful items in the game must start in libraries. Curator, librarian, librarian assistant Naomi. Dang, assistant Naomi. Librarian Geffen. Ah, please do not touch any books in that section. I'm sure there's nothing there that could be useful to you. Be respectful. Step back. Thank you. Feel free to browse through the other sections. It's really nice to have visitors in the library, especially when so many people don't read books nowadays. Okay, maybe it's you. Being a librarian can be pretty rough. People just leave the books all scattered, but expect them to be organized. Ooh, books are always getting lost too. When you have to clean up their messes, you get to realize how sloppy people can really be. Ignore him and check books. Hey, I thought I said not to touch those. Oh, and he kicks me out. I forgot about that. Please do not touch any books in that section. I'm sure there's nothing there that could be useful to you. Ignore him and check the books. Hey! I have to just keep trying, don't I? Monster Encyclopedia. Oh, you can actually come in here and read books. No way. Ha! That's cool. You're a little punk. I do have a magnifier with me. Oh, I had to talk to Rebarev Doug some more. Whoops. That's why I'm getting kicked out of the library. I wonder how my old comrades are doing now. I can't even remember the last time I saw them. Haven't you left to search for them yet? Where should I go? What should I say? I'm supposed to pick, I am about to leave until a third option appears. Oh, you are? I wonder what they have been doing since our final mission. I'm about to leave. What do you mean by final mission? Final mission? Oh, I gotta do his voice. Well, I can't recall everything at the moment, but it was the reason why our squad broke up. We were a great team, but in the military system, you need to follow the orders of your superiors. If only he hadn't interfered. No. He hadn't interfered. Haha. ... Let's not talk about that. What's important that our squad was disbanded because we failed our final mission. Now, will you please go find the 3rd platoon records in the Prontera library for me? Remember, it might be helpful to ask the librarian for the file with a record on the 1st squad's final mission. Some of the information here is classified, and it is therefore prohibited by the Prontera military to browse through them. I'm currently in the process of searching for the classified files in that section so that I can separate it from the information that is public domain. I'd highly appreciate it if you didn't interfere with my work. Darn it, I can't read anything when the light is this dim. It's bad enough my eyes have gone bad. Let me help you find those files. You're not even supposed to know what kind of file I'm looking for. Even if you did, I'm not allowed to show you what's inside. You have bad eyes? I've worked under dim light for so long, my eyes have gone bad. They should get me a new light. Otherwise, I'll go blind sooner or later. I don't have a lantern. But I thought the quest said I needed a magnifier or a lantern. I have a magnifier. Do I need both, actually? I want to read some documents. Fine, I'll go get a lantern. Get me out of this wretched book cave. Ugh! I'm an assassin, confound it! It was not in my job description. Great Flywing. You! Give me your lantern. Thank you. Now give me your life. I don't have one. G-Earth. Mustache. Give me an elven ear. There it is. I'm just kidding. Ha! You were like, no way. One kill, elven ear. He's got that Sephiroth hair. Or that Rhaegar Targaryen hair. Whichever you like. Everyone says Final Fantasy VII is the best Final Fantasy. But I tried it and I could not get through it. I hated the play style, the gameplay. It's a turn-based game, but the turns have a time limit. It's not one of those time limits where it's like, you have more than enough time for almost like every situation. The time limit is just to make sure that people don't drag out the game. No, the time limit is actually like it's serious. You're gonna run out of time, like every round. I thought, why are you doing both? Action-based plus time limit is okay, and turn-based plus no time limit is okay. But when you put them together, that's a game I'm just never gonna play. Never gonna play. And besides that, if the story was good enough, I might actually muscle through gameplay I don't like just to get the story of Final Fantasy VII or any game. But I found the story to be incomprehensible. Like the way they talk to each other, the scenes, you don't even know what's happening actually or what they're saying to each other. It's just nonsense. It comes across to me like badly translated nonsense. So yeah, that's my experience with Final Fantasy VII. Tell me how I'm wrong. Alright, so don't interfere with my work. You have bad eyes? Let me help you. I'm not allowed to show you what's inside. Alright, let me help you. And he closes it out. Let me help you find those. I'd gladly accept your help if it weren't for the fact that I cannot allow classified information to be released to the public. I have no idea how something so important was shuffled into the files here in Prontera Library, but we can't allow the public to access it. Still, that file doesn't seem to be that important, but I still have to waste my time on finding it. Damn, my eyes are sore. Working as a government official is easy except for the times when the bureaucrats make you do stuff like this. You just told me to help you. Why are you shouting at me? Well, wait, that section is off limits. Well, wait, that section is off limits. Well, wait. I'm sorry, sir, but special authorization is required to browse that section. Otherwise, it's off limits. Yeah, but like Rebarev said I could. Haven't I told you already? The public is prohibited. Alright, let me go back to Rebarev again. Oh, he got Azzy AI to work. Take a mental note of that. I might want to know that when I make an alchemist. Huh? The library didn't let you read the records? He may have responsibility, but at the end of the day, he's just like you and me. You can find some way to convince him to help you, I'm sure. Please, I beg you. Would you find out what happened to the rest of the first squad? Oh, it might be helpful to know that we were the Crusader 3rd Company, 3rd Platoon, 1st Squad. Okay. What are you looking for? How did you know about that? Wait, that section is off limits. I might need a new quest guide, because this one is not helping me at all. Huh? Did you just say that you wanted to help me? I'd appreciate it. But there's no new options. Okay, I have 41 lanterns to try to get past this librarian boss. Read some documents? Well, you've come here to the library. That's a good start. Well, as long as you know what kind of document you're looking for, you might be able to find it. I've got to find that classified file as soon as I can. Okay, that was new dialogue. I did it. Okay. So actually the instructions on the quest guide are right. They just leave some things out. You see a shelf filled with many files. You begin searching through them one by one. It leaves out the part where you're supposed to cancel out of the dialogue. All in all, you gotta talk to him 3 times. First time you talk to him, you gotta say, what kind of files are you looking for? And then you input the first squad's final mission. And then you have more, you're posed with more options, but you need to hit the cancel button. Then that'll close the whole dialogue. Then you talk to him again. And then you do the order that it tells you. It says, let me help you. You have bad eyes? No, I don't mind. And then he takes the lantern. And then you say, I want to read some documents. Oh no, then he closes the dialogue after he takes the lantern. Then you gotta talk to him again and say, I want to read some documents. So you gotta talk to him 3 times all in all. In case anybody wanted to do this. That's where the guide kinda leaves you hanging. Alright, you see a shelf filled with many files. Begin searching through them one by one. And I just keep doing this. You have found the 3rd platoon records. Okay, he wants to make a copy. Ah, there it is! Thank you so much. I'm glad to see that there are still kind and thoughtful people like you in the world. I really want to give you something to show you my gratitude, but I've got to send this back to the Prontera military right away. I want to read the document. Oh right, you mentioned that, didn't you? It doesn't seem so important, but I'm not really quite sure. Well, it couldn't hurt if I made a copy of this first for you to read, but I'll need some materials. I'll even cast the search magic on it, so that it'll be just like the original. Alright, I need the following things to make a copy. 2 slick paper, 1 oil paper, 3 squid ink, 3 feather birds, and 20 bee gems. Yep, it's all right there. Please get those as soon as possible, and I'll be here making the other preparations to make a copy. Also, I'll keep this copy in the library for you to read and to prevent it from being leaked to the public. So you'll have to come visit each time you wish to read it, okay? Okay, now, come back here as soon as you can. Aha! I'm back! Oh, you came back! I didn't expect you to return here so quickly. Whatever's inside must be really important for you to know. Anyway, please give me a moment while I make that copy for you. Alright then, I'll see you in a bit. Let me go over and review the document before I make a copy. Let me go over and review the document before I make a copy. There you go! As I thought, the document didn't seem to contain any crucially important data. Just remember, this copy needs to stay in the Prontera library. That means you have to come back if you need to read the document again. Welcome, my friend. So what do you need today? Record search. Search magic initiated. Please enter a keyword. Search magic is case sensitive. Please do not use capital letters. And then you gotta put in this code. It really is a code. Keyword Crusader. Crusaders are warriors preparing for the upcoming holy war against evil. Experienced swordsmen, usually with remarkable spiritual prowess. Keyword Third Company. Only the best Crusaders are selected to form the ranks of all squads in the Third Company. Most transfer records for Third Company squads are unavailable. The first squad of the Third Platoon is an exception, as all members retired or were transferred to other forces. More specific information can be found by searching Third Platoon. Keyword Third Platoon. The Third Platoon is considered the elite force in the Third Company. Only records for the first squad in the Third Platoon currently exist due to special circumstances. More specific information can be found by searching First Squad. Keyword First Squad. Complete member roster. Rebarev Jack O, Zan Huadoku, Cuaque Donon, Emma Searth, Royal Myst, the Nineball. Oh, the Nineball, that's a cool name. Keyword First Squad record. The first squad was famous as the most skilled search party within the Crusaders. However, it was disbanded as a result of its final mission.
The first squad was secretly assigned by the royal court to find and acquire godly artifacts.
That's what I'm here for.
However, the mission failed due to a factional dispute caused by one member's act of insubordination. The member guilty of insubordination was dropped from the squad during this mission. However, his actions were enough to result in the failure of the first squad's final mission. Due to this disgraceful incident, the first squad was disbanded, and its members have been sent to disciplinary retraining for 3 months. Most of the members of the first squad were transferred to other squads or retired. Their former leader, Rebarev, is currently in charge of researching godly artifacts under royal edict. Nice. Quit searching. Deactivated. Alright. So we had a betrayal in the squad, huh? Go to the Geffen blacksmith shop. Gladly. I am so tired of that library. But you know, it's actually kind of cool that there's an in-game database.
Let's go talk to Zan.
Zan Huadoku.
Phew, this work is really getting to me. Going on a mission with my war buddies sounds a lot better than this. At least in those days, I felt like I was actually doing something useful. Hey, can I help you with anything? Ask him about the first squad. Yeah, I was a member of the first squad in the 3rd platoon a long time ago. How did you know that? I miss the guys back in the squad. I wonder how our leader's been doing recently. You tell Zan about Rebarev and about how he is now an instructor for Crusader boot camp. He seems to be absorbed in his thoughts of the past. Before we went out on our last mission, the 7 of us were like brothers and sisters. If he didn't disobey the order, we'd still be together today. Wait, what was his name? There's no way I could forget something like that. How can I not remember his name? He's the reason my life is... grown. My head hurts. Zan looks very confused, and his eyes begin to glaze with a dazed look. You try speaking to him again, but he doesn't respond at all. Ask him about the first squad's last mission. The last mission? I don't remember anything. That's weird. Maybe I need a bit of a clue? Zan Huadoku seemed to have a hard time remembering what had happened in the past. You begin to share with him what you had read in the library about the first squad. Yeah, that's right. And then 3 days after we started the mission, we found some kind of... well, I'm not sure what it was. But we found an unknown fragment that was a sign from God. And then... Oh God. I can't remember. I can't think about anything further than that. I can't even remember what we found. But I'm sure it was damned important. Zan stood still in silence, with a pained look on his face. I'm giving this guy PTSD. Or triggering it. Then just keep talking to him until he repeats himself. Oh, I missed it. 3 days later? Okay, he's grabbing his head, tearing his hair and writhing in agony. Zan kept repeating the same words over and over again. 3 days later. We've found some fragment. It was God's sign. But why can't I remember? Why? Why can't I remember? Why? Why can't I remember? Why? This place is so ruined it ought to have monsters in it. The inn employee eyes you suspiciously. Excuse me, how can I help you? Are you looking for someone? Donon. And she says, get out. Do you happen to know a person named Donon? Once you said that name, she immediately drew closer to you and began speaking in a low, threatening tone. Who the hell are you? If you try anything funny, I'll rip your heart out. Why are you so curious? Are you one of them? Whoa. There is a chance you might be killed by this NPC. If this happens, simply return and talk to her again. Alternatively, if you get the text that says she will knock you out, you can log out to avoid death. Ahaha! Pick any option. Rebarev Doug sent me. Rebarev Doug? That old coot must be afraid of the rumors we're spreading around. Is already desperate enough to send his men? It might not be a bad idea to let someone like you talk to Donon. Quake Donon. You don't seem like the bad sort. But you only get a hint, and I am saying it just once. Egnigem never hoarded upgrade items. There it is. Who's there? Who would dare intrude my territory? Egnigem. Oh good, I don't have to type it. Never hoarded upgrade items. Creak. The door slowly opens. Boom, boom, boom. What a cool music choice for this map. Dude, I miss Clock Tower. Egnigem Jr. Don't do anything you're not supposed to do. Just don't even talk to Egnigem Jr. You're it. Who are you? How the hell did you get in here? Get away from me! Get away! You try your best to calm him down and to tell him what you found in the document. You pulled out a Chon doll to cover your face and wiggled its arms as if it were talking. Chake Donon nodded his head and happily sucked his thumb. It saddens you to see a former Crusader reduced to this state. So was it 213 or something? How you been doing? How have I been doing? Lots of people have been coming to see me. They all want me to tell them something I don't even know. The Rogue Guild promised to protect me, but they scare the hell out of me sometimes by coming out of the floor all of a sudden. Oh, and my sister says she's gonna complain to my old boss about something. She said I used to be fine, but now that I've retired, I'm not the same anymore. But my old boss from when I was a Crusader doesn't want to meet my sister, so she's gonna ask help from other rogues to spread some rumors. Like anyone who works as a Crusader under my old boss will end up like me, you know, broken. This poor guy. I found the document. Covered Chon doll. Sucked his thumb. Alright, and I asked him about the end maid next. So she's my sister. And she's also a rogue. When I was retired from service, my family always expected too much of me. That's why I used to be a Crusader. I mean, they're paid well and respected. When I retired, my sister was so mad. She's the only one I can depend upon. But now that I've messed up my life like this, But even after yelling at me and saying I was worthless, she got me a job at her inn anyway. I've been working there, living a quiet life. But now, for some reason, a lot of people want to talk to me about something important. Dude, his name's kinda cool. The way it's spelled, I think it's supposed to be pronounced Quake. Like Quake. And it's just a cool name, Quake. I don't know what I said or did, but I think when I gave them the right answer, after I could finally remember something, they tried to hurt me. So now my sister's been hiding me here. It's boring and lonely, and the guy downstairs is always yelling at me to leave. Even the rogue guild that my sister is a part of comes in sometimes to yell at me. They all want me to tell them something I'm supposed to know, but I can't remember anything. This place is safe from dangerous people, but I don't know for how long. Even my sister says I have to tell the rogue guild what I should know, or they won't protect us anymore. She looked really sad when she said that. I don't want to let her down or make her upset. She's all I have left. Oh, I do remember something. My sister told me not to tell anyone, but I'm gonna tell you. Whispers into your ears. She said the Rogue Guild wants something from me, so she's gonna send me to good people that we can trust and can help me. Still, this is the safest place for me for a while, but I'm always ready to run away if I have to. Alright, option 3. Ask about First Squad's final mission. I don't know. I can't even remember. Wait, that's right. Megingjard. Right. We found it. And we knew what it was just by looking at it. Megingjard. Wah! You're the same as all the others. Go away from me. Aha! I scared him by saying the word. I guess too excitedly. Oh, I messed up. It was red. I was supposed to get the hidden option. If you accidentally miss this option, you can talk to his sister again, 11 and 12, to reset it. His sister's the inn girl. Oh my god. Oh my god. I ruined it. I ruined it. Dragonfly! Get him! Let's kill some of his friends. A little mobby. Yes, another clip. And a grape juice. Quench my thirst. Try this again. Egnigem never hoarded upgrade items. I'm an idiot. I forgot to talk to his sister to reset it. Are you looking for someone? Donon. The employee knocks you out. No! Menu. Menu? Haha! Outplayed. Let's check your mood now. Low, threatening tone. Rebarev sent me. I'm not in the mood. Alright. Let's get you in the mood. Many times as it takes, girly. Donon. Wait, is he in hiding? Right, if you're here looking for him, you definitely know why he's hiding. How dare you? How dare you play dumb with me? Knocks you out. Not today, missy! I'm looking for Donon. You know a guy named Donon? Donon? Why? Just curious. Huh, you've got a lot of nerve, don't you? I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm not in the mood to guide you over to Donon. Knocks you out. Dang. Just curious. I can't really tell you exactly where he is. The most I can do is give you a small hint. Listen carefully now. I'll only say it once. Egnigem never hoarded upgrade items. Now, don't forget. Alright, let's try this again. Megingjard. Right. We found it, and we knew what it was just by looking at it. Listen to him quietly. Wow, that's so dirty. One of the hidden options is Megingjard again. So you can fail the quest again. You don't stop and read it. You just go like down enter. That is so dirty. Listen to him quietly. Or quietly, my bad. They're bad. I remember after we found it, one of us in the squad had an argument with our old leader. I was keeping night watch and happened to hear it. I think our leader was out of line. Erg. I can't remember more than that. Someone was keeping night watch, and the leader was out of line. What did Rebarev do? We gotta talk to Jack O. He's the Jack O to my lantern. Yawn. It's quiet and boring, as per usual. Let's see if there's any swordmen I can recruit today. So 3 and then 1. And then keep talking to him until he's chewing green herbs. Huh? Why would you want to know? You tell him what you've read in the records for the first squad. Afterwards, Jack O looks a little confused. Huh? I might not be able to remember a whole lot from back then, but the part about insubordination can't be right. I'm sure of that. Ask him about Rebarev. Ah, right, our old leader. Now I remember. He was a pretty self-righteous jerk now that I think about it. Can you believe he used to say that no one is more religious than him in this world? That's egoism right there. And maybe insanity. Anyway, everyone in the squad took pride in their faith. When you're having a rough time in the real world, you depend on religion, you know? Anyways, in the records about our squad, it says that one of us was punished for insubordination, rebelling or something. That's a complete lie. During our final mission, our old leader had a huge argument with us over something we found. I remember it being some kind of godly artifact, but I can't clearly remember what it was. Although there was an obvious dispute, I think it was our squad leader who was out of line. I can't really say. I can't for the life of me remember how the guy who argued with the squad leader looked like. The higher-ups must have did something to me. Anyway, I know for sure that whatever that guy did, it wasn't insubordination. In fact, I think he might have been right. That's all I can remember. I better take some green herbs now. My head throbs like crazy whenever I think about that time. So they all got memory wiped. Memory wiped by the magical elite. Our old leader was so arrogant to the point of being a little off his rocker. I mean, normal people don't say things like, I am the most religious man in the universe. Kneel before me. Yeah, not a normal thing to say. Anyway, if the squad leader punished anyone for insubordination, I'm sure that it was unwarranted. I don't remember too much, but I'm sure of that. Excuse me, I need to take some green herbs. Aha! Alright, so that's it. Lady! Emma Searth.
Sigh. I haven't gotten any response from them. I don't know if I can wait much longer to join the Caffra Corporation. Oh, an adventurer. I actually used to work in the same field that you do. More specifically, I used to be a Crusader. My name is Emma Searth. Right now, I'm following my dream and applying to be a Caffra lady, so my days of wielding a sword are over. Sadly, I haven't succeeded yet because I was diagnosed with some weird amnesia. Of course, I understand that Caffra Corporation is a large professional company, but if I can work for them even if it's just part-time... Is it that big of a problem? I suppose they're worried that I'd forget important customer information once I'm hired. It's strange. When I was a Crusader, I remembered everything lucidly, and I never had any problems recalling the past. But now I get these migraines whenever I try to focus on my memories from those times when I used to fight in the Prontera military. Sigh. Alright. About memories she can't remember. Emma Searth clutches her head and winces as she suffers from another migraine. Remembering that a green herb was able to relieve Jack O, you gave a green herb to Emma. She takes it and looks a little more relaxed. I'm not even sure how much I can remember and how much I've actually forgotten. Let me try to remember everyone in our squad. Let's see, there was Jack O, the Nineball, Zan Huadoku, Cuaque Donon, myself, Egnigem? Who was that? Oh no, I'm sure he might have. No. Was there someone named that with us? Egnigem Sanaya. Oh my gosh. I know who that is. The inn is over here, isn't it? I mean the bar. Tencher, Marvin, Shelvid, Valdez, Custom Customer, Algae. He's not even in here. He's just around here. Solohan, hey, good guess. Oh man, I think I'm drunk. Hiccup? Hey, you. You understand, don't you? Aren't you upset looking at all these happily married couples? Yeah, me too. How dare they show off their happiness in front of people like us? Sniff. Just because they found everlasting love, they think they're better than we are? I remember when couples were polite and were lovey-dovey behind closed doors. Nowadays they hold hands and even cuddle in public. I mean, come on, get a room. I mean, Sniff, it's not like I'm lonely or anything. I don't need a woman. Right, Bachuka? Oh my gosh, they put Chewbacca in this game. That's Bachuka, I guess. It doesn't really matter whether you're married or not, right, buddy? Right? Come on, drink with me. Suddenly, he treated me as a close friend. It's a little embarrassing, but it's not a bad idea to accept a free drink. Gulp, gulp, gulp. So, what do you say? Let's go somewhere with some real liquor. One more drink. What kind of place is it? Drink, drink. That's not enough. Drink more, buddy. To being single. Forever. Gulp, gulp, gulp. One more drink. Yeah, that's the spirit. Hey, Bachuka, let's drink. Grunt. To being single for forever. Gulp, gulp. Drink, drink. That's not enough. Gulp, gulp. Yeah, that's the spirit. Oh, you alright? You seem kind of drunk. I guess now's the perfect time to have you sign this. Don't worry, I'll send you straight to paradise. Sign. Alright, take care, ha ha ha. Okay. That's how you get to Jawaii, huh? Alright. Yeah, you're it.
The Nineball. Welcome to Jawaii, the Paradise Resort. I'm the Nineball, the security officer of Jawaii. If you encounter any trouble or find any singles, please don't hesitate to report to me as soon as you can. I've been told that there have been many unruly drunkards here lately, but it is in our best interest to make your experience here as enjoyable as possible. Welcome to Jawaii, the Paradise Resort. I'm the Nineball, security officer of Jawaii. Welcome to Jawaii. Welcome to Jawaii. Oh no. Did I not do the... He acted very bright and friendly, but for a fleeting moment you were able to glimpse a hint of sadness in his eyes. It doesn't seem that you will be able to get him to talk about what exactly happened in the first squad. See, these scenes would make for a good movie. They just don't make for good gameplay. Having to just run around all over the world to get these tiny little scenes that barely mean anything. At least that one was extremely insignificant. But in a movie, it could be pretty powerful, you know? I'll take that. Whoa, that's a pretty good one. Anybody here look like a Crusader? You're it, huh? Royal Myst. What? You want to talk? What am I, your personal psychiatrist? Let me alone, I'm busy here. Alright. Now which one do I bet on? Speak of Rebarev dog. Huh? What's that old geezer want this time? Tell him I'm fine. Dandy even. Why the hell does he keep sending people? Discuss hobbies. Speaking of which, I haven't had a drink for a long time. Almost a couple hours now. Ooh, looks like you've got a tasty beverage I can enjoy. Bwahahaha. Gimme. Before you can even think, Royal Myst dips his hand into your inventory and helps himself to an alcohol. What's up? Speak of Rebarev Doug. What the hell? Stop talking about him. I never want to see his face again. Tell him to leave me the hell alone. What's up? Discuss hobbies. Gimme. Rebarev Doug. Damn geezer. How much is he being paid for studying what we all found? Somehow. I don't care as long as he pays me. Yeah, I just don't care anymore. Gambling. Some risks you take and others you really shouldn't. I can't help but feel sorry for that guy. Erg? Damn, I can never remember his name. You'd think I wouldn't forget the guy whose rap I'm taking, but... I'll remember once I sober up. Hey, what do you think happens to Crusaders when they're framed and killed, huh? Where exactly do they go? Niffleheim? Valhalla? Okay, so you were framed and then, like, you faked your death or something? And that's why your name is Myst? Rebarev Doug. Welcome back. It's been a while since I've last seen you. Have you met the rest of the first squad? What's that strange look for? Act unsuspicious. You keep your suspicions to yourself, and tell Rebarev Doug about the members of the first squad. Of course, you withhold some details and only tell him what he seems to want to hear. Great. I'm glad to hear they're doing so well. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. I appreciate that you've delivered news of my old comrades to me. Now, I need to continue my research under the command of His Majesty. Once again, thank you for your help. To Niffleheim! Umbala Capra! I'll meet up with you later. Look at his eyes when I hit him. He's so surprised. They still see me? Oh my god. Oh heavens to Betsy. Run, run! Oh, shnikes! Oh, shnikes! Cloak is too slow. There's my guild. They're partying here. I really wanted to join them, but I'm just so laser focused on this ice pick right now. I don't care about anything except that. They see me? Criminies! Run! Run, little man! No, 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 no! Woo! I almost died. Alright, let me look at the coordinates. Nope, nope, there's a man there. No, they hit too hard. Just ignore him. Actually, I could have killed him just fine. Isn't there like a... Can I go inside? I can go inside. There's a house somewhere. And it's safe in the house. Demons! This place is a nightmare. It shouldn't be this mobby here. I don't remember this map being this mobby. Could you just land me in the middle, please, for crying out loud? There's a house. That's all I need right there. Just a place to stop and check the dang quest guide. Oh, Pikachu. If I just kill them as I go, I shouldn't get overwhelmed, right? Awake pot me. It's not worth having to come back here after I die. Alright, so he's just straight left, basically. There you are. Look around. Yeah, you. You would have ruined everything.
Greetings, Miss Wolf Steelfang. I've been watching you in the world of the living. I see you've been busy looking for the truth about the first squad, haven't you? I can provide you with the answers. After all, I'm the only member of the first squad to retain all of my memories. Let me tell you everything about the first squad that's been forgotten. The mission. First of all, the official record of our mission is misleading. It contains some truth based on verbal evidence, but the most important details have been left out or changed. Now, we were secretly assigned to find godly artifacts by royal decree. In only 3 days we succeeded and found Megingjard. Now, the records say the mission was unsatisfactory, correct? That would be because of me. Are you aware that Megingjard was a belt worn by gods? It was actually one of the keys to Thor's great strength. Another name for it is the Girdle of Might. Now, if a human were to wear that, there is a possibility that Megingjard would give him strength comparable to a god. Naturally, you'd be afraid of such a thing falling into the wrong hands. In Rebarev Doug's mind, he was the only person worthy of the belt since he considered himself the most religious person alive, and thus closest to the gods. He made it clear to us that only he would wear Megingjard. Although he was our leader, some of us felt uneasy about him wearing the belt, and not giving it to his superiors our mission objective. Naturally, I opposed him. He was clearly unbalanced, and it would be dangerous to give him control of such power. It led to something of a fistfight between us. The rest of the squad couldn't agree on whether or not we should let him have the belt. Some just wanted to complete the mission, while others were afraid of what might happen. But Rebarev didn't wait for us to decide. He destroyed Megingjard into the pieces, intending to keep most of it and somehow reconstruct it later, and only bring one piece to the Prontera military.
He knew that he couldn't get away with keeping all of Megingjard to himself, as the entire squad could easily discredit him, but Rebarev knew that he could deceive his superiors by giving them just a fragment of the artifact, and say that the rest of it was destroyed. I discovered his intention when I found him making Megingjard apart. Okay. I'm about to die. I can't believe the quest guide called this a boring story. This is like everything the quest has been leading up to is this story, what actually happened. It led to something of a fist fight between us. The rest of the squad couldn't agree on whether or not we should simply obey our leader and let him have the belt. Some just wanted to complete the mission, while others were afraid of what might happen. But Rebarev didn't wait for us to decide. He destroyed Megingjard into pieces, intending to keep most of it and somehow reconstruct it later, and only bring one piece to the Prontera military. He knew that he couldn't get away with keeping all of Megingjard to himself, as the entire squad could easily discredit him. But Rebarev knew that he could deceive his superiors by giving them just a fragment of the artifact, and say that the rest of it was destroyed. I discovered his intention when I found him taking Megingjard apart. Before I could stop him, I was killed. That bastard had a trap ready for me. After the mission, Rebarev Doug only gave a piece of the belt back to the higher-ups, and gave them a different account than what had actually happened. Fate of the first squad. Once the mission was completed, Rebarev Doug reported back to the Prontera military, with the intent of keeping most of Megingjard for himself. For some reason, he has a very strong influence in the military hierarchy. Now, by this time, I'm sure the squad pretty much figured out that he killed me. But Rebarev Doug expected this, and explained to his superiors that the squad was tempted by Megingjard's power, and that I led some of us in a mutiny against him. He told his superiors that Megingjard was damaged as we fought amongst each other, and that the fragment he gave them was all that remained. Because of the confidential nature of our mission, the first squad was disbanded, and we weren't given the story Rebarev fed the bureaucrats until it was too late. The squad was punished and sent for disciplinary retraining for 3 months. During this time, specific memories were unnaturally erased from the squad members. In the end, everyone was transferred to other squads and positions. My name had to be removed from all the records, since hearing or reading my name might undo the brainwashing. However, they still needed an official scapegoat, so they used Royal Myst's name in the records. That's probably why he's been going through hard times right now. And now Rebarev Doug has been studying godly artifacts based on the pieces of Megingjard that we found on that mission, using Kingdom research funds. Someday he might be able to reconstruct the belt. There are also a few questions that I've never been able to answer. I've never known why the King Tristram III ordered the research of godly artifacts. It also bothers me that Rebarev Doug is in charge of Megingjard's research. There must be some reason. In any case, for the sake of Rune Midgard, it will be your responsibility to find the answers. There's not much a dead man can do, but what's worse is that no one remembers me anymore. I died alone. I'm still lonely in this place for the dead. Man, this might be one of the coolest NPCs in the game. Alright, let me kill this guy. And I'll get the last piece of lore here. Why are you in Niffleheim?
The worst part of the squad having their memories erased is that Searth has absolutely no recollection of me. Do you mind listening to me for a while? You're the only person with whom I can talk about this. From here, I've seen that Emma is chasing her dream again, and I'm happy for her. But it's still not easy, knowing the woman you love has totally forgotten you. I remember the first time I met her. I guess it was love at first sight, but I was too cowardly to confess my love, so I despaired when she joined the Crusaders. It took me a while, but I made up my mind to enlist as a Crusader as well. I wanted to be closer to her so much. Now, after all our adventures and good times together, I'm in the worst possible scenario. I'm dead, but I don't even have the consolation that she is mourning my loss. I suppose that's why I'm here in Niffleheim. I can't quite move on to heaven, Valhalla, or anywhere else without her. Anyway, go and visit the Crusader headquarters. You might be able to learn more about Rebarev Doug, and stop any new shadiness he might be plotting. Good luck, my friend. Thanks, I've heard enough. Thank you for listening to me.
Man! Whoa, what a cool character. That was everything. And he even got the chick. So tragic. They wiped everybody's memories. You confront Rebarev Duck with the information you learned from Egnigem. Oh, look, he's mad now. However, he didn't seem the least bit agitated. In fact, he exuded a calmness that makes you feel nervous. It's far too late to talk about that, though. I feel sorry for you for knowing too much. At this point, there's nothing you can prove. Don't you get it? The elite and powerful rule this world. I am untouchable, and the weak and the lowly can rot in hell. Do you hate me? Do you really hate me? Take a look at this face. This is the face of authority. Go ahead and report me to the judge in charge of all military crimes. He's right behind me. If at least 100 people report the same crime, then maybe he'll hold a trial. But do you really want to reveal this to the public? What a scumbag! So I've been wondering this since I saw him. His first name looks like a word backwards. Let me read it backwards. Veraber. Veraber. No, it's nothing. Max von Sydow. Welcome, friend. Here in the Prontera castle, we Crusaders are busily preparing for the holy war that is to come. Let me introduce myself. My name is Max von Sydow. Sydow, the military judge. Do you have any business with me? You handed Max von Sydow your petition against Rebarev Doug based on your investigation with Egnigem. This is serious. Alright, I will investigate your claim to the best of my ability. However, as of now, the petition you've just given me is considered classified information. Please keep this a military secret.
I wonder if Hungdal would have worked to cheer up the boy in the rogue guild. It is a doll. The quest says any doll will do. You know, a puppet is technically a doll, but it doesn't have doll in its name, so I bet you it doesn't work. But it would be cool if it does. Like, oh wow, they thought of puppet. As a Crusader, this is the best thing I can do in return for what you have done for me. Ba-boom! Listen, I'm going to imbue you with the last vestiges of my strength. May the heavens answer me as I call upon the light of justice that empowers the defenders of truth.
and threaten the enemies of peace. May you always shine with the light of truth. Let the light within you eradicate the shadows of deception, fear, and malice. Whoa, I almost got a whole level from that. By the holy power invested in me, I humbly bestow upon you my remaining strength. Fight honorably, and do not lose sight of righteousness. Oh, Egnigem, a man after my own heart. Alright, let's finish off this strength bonus. Now it's 70 total. And I'll leave everything else just how it is. 70 total. I even got a job level or something. I'm gonna try out my new strength on something. You'll do. Whoa, you're too big. Find somebody your own size. I don't want to. 540 damage. There's more reward to acquire. In Aldebaran. But yeah, this whole plot could be a movie. I'm pretty sure it is a movie. With John Travolta or something. Alright, let's see. Egnigem. That name makes me so sad. I'm not quite sure why, but... Emma turns away before you can see her cry. Still, her shoulders heave with each sob as you imagine the hardship she's had to endure. I wish I knew what that name really means. I'm sure it's linked to an important memory from my past. What? Another level? 75. I really appreciate you coming here to talk to me about the old days. I want you to have this. That's awesome! I'm not gonna spend those points yet. I'm gonna wait. I got stuff to think about now. 70 total strength is a good stopping point, but so is 80. I might just go for the next 80. The next 10. Throw this on the OBB pile. And I'm sure I'll farm some more OBBs. I want to get a good stack of them to save them all up for Christmas. We'll make a thing of it. That's who it reminds me of. This Max von Sydow. They got his name from Max von Sydow. He's an actor. He played the three-eyed crow in Game of Thrones. Wow, I knew I recognized that. These guys are so cheesy. I mean, that's the role I know him from. I'm sure I've seen him in other movies, but they were probably old ones, sort of like before my time, you know? Unfortunately, I'm not sure if it's possible to hold a trial against Rebarev Doug. Regrettably, it seems that he still has too much influence. Still, let me assure you that I'll do everything I can. But count on me. I'll be doing my best to get him indicted. Bam! Level 76. I got 3 levels from this quest. Please accept this reward for your investigation. Oh, I will. I'll accept it. And another job level. This was totally worth it. It took forever, but it was so unbelievably worth it. Okay. Put a new pep in my step. Let's see, how much strength could I get with 40 points? Gets me halfway to the next one. Which is pretty good. But I'll still save it. I don't even know what build I'm going to do yet. I'll spend it before I go leveling again, most likely. Well, sweet. That's 2 seal quests down and 2 to go. I'm going to take a little snack break.